Marco of Dexter Ward, welcome to 69 Faces of Rock. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here and to speak with you all.
Excellent. How did Dexter Ward form?
Dexter Ward were formed after me and Manolis Karazeris, one of the two guitar players. We left our previous band called Battle Roar. It's a Greek band, and we left the band around 2009. So after a short while, we decided we still wanted to play together, the two of us, and we found some other friends to form a band. And the result was Dexter Ward. It was an outlet for us that allowed us to play a more straightforward kind of heavy metal compared to the epic metal we were playing with our previous band. So that's basically how it happened.
You seem to have like an international roots. Care to explain it?
International? I'm sorry. Because we come from different countries. That's what.
That's right.
Well, it's a strange situation. It came to be around 2001 when me and Manolis Karazeris met here in the United States. Actually, we flew to Kalamazoo, to Chicago, then to Kalamazoo for the Classic Metal Fest, and we met there. And I understood he had a band. He told me he had a band. I wasn't singing with any band at the moment, just recording some demo songs in my bedroom, let's say. I wasn't even a singer, okay? I was playing bass. The year after, his band, Battle Roar, was opening for a couple of shows in Athens for the band Omen. Omen were playing in Athens, Greece. And I decided to go there and to fly there because Omen was my favorite band. And I met again Manolis and also the rest of the guys from the band. And short after, their singer and bass player left. And I had brought with me a small demo CD with some songs of mine, but I didn't know they were without a singer. I mean, they would be without a singer. So they asked me to join, and that's how it happened. I mean, for my connection, me and Greece. And then after I left Battle Roar, I had friends there, and basically, I mean, the nucleus of the band is Greek, and I'm the only foreigner. I'm the only Italian, so that's it.
What is the origin of the name Dexter Ward?
It comes from my passion for American author Howard P. Lovecraft. He wrote a novel called, it's a long story, called. Whose main character is Charles Dexter Ward. This is my favorite story from Lovecraft, and so I thought I could borrow the name because the novel name is The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, and it's metaphorically speaking, it relates to what we wanted to do in the beginning, and we are still doing with Dexter Ward. We wanted to resurrect classic heavy metal from its essential salts. So we used to say, and this connects to what happens in the story. I mean, there is a magician, an evil magician who resurrects people through their essential souls. And we wanted to do, metaphorically speaking, we wanted to do the same with heavy metal and to bring it back. And
excellent.
So that's why we named it that way.
So your first EP, Antarctic Dream, that came out in 2010.
Yes.
What reactions did it generate?
The EP was actually, vinyl EP was actually a release, an official release of our demo. We had a demo CD with our first original songs, and we added a live cover version of Siri Thangol, Go It Alone. And this was the EP. It generated a buzz in the underground scene, at least, I mean, that part of the scene who likes our style of heavy metal. And from then we built on playing more shows and recording our first album, Neon Lights, that came after.
Which brings me to my next question. Like you followed that year later with the album Neon Lights you just mentioned. How did that album do for you?
Well, it opened many doors for us because it was, I believe, our best received album to date, because we still have very good feedback from people that discovered Dexter Ward with our first album, even today. So it's an album that allowed us to participate to some European shows in Germany and other places. And we basically started from scratch because, as I told you, we finished with our band Butler. We had the 3 albums, and then we had to get a name for ourselves. So we started from scratch. That album, Neon Lights, put us on the right track, and that's it.
Rendezvous with Destiny, I love this title.
Thank you.
That came out in 2016.
Yes.
How did the band change in the 5 years in between those 2 records?
It changed quite a lot in terms of let's say songwriting, because personally, I mean, we didn't have many changes because the lineup was the same since Neon Lights up to now. But of course, we progressed as musicians. But the songwriting changed a little bit because Neon Lights was basically a collection of songs that were written through the years. I mean, from early 2000 to the moment that we recorded the album. And for Rendezvous with Destiny, we had more recent songs that we had written together, and so the songwriting was a little bit more, less straightforward than the first album. So it was a progression for us in terms of sound quality. We recorded in a different studio, and we had a bigger sound, and we had a more complex type of songs. So it was a step forward for us.
So after those 2 albums, were you able to tour? What was available to you with 2 records, done?
Yeah, we could play some shows in Greece for sure, because the band is basically based there. The nucleus of the band is Greek. We played some shows in Italy as well. We participated in at the Keep It True Festival. This was one of the highlights of our career. And other German festivals like Soul Brothers Festival. We played. And so many others I don't recall right now, but we had a good number of participations to European festivals, and this let us get better known in the scene, because of course only if you go out and play you can really make a name for yourself.
True.
And so we became not only an album kind of band, but also a band that is known for the live shows, which is the thing that I like best.
Yeah. It took 4 years before your next album, titled 3.
Yeah.
I like the title a little bit less.
Yeah.
How would you describe it?
Well, I mean, the title, I thought it was very cool when we came out with it.
It was clever, yes.
It was, the title is my fault, because the guys were saying, come on, 3, what does it mean? I mean, I said, it's a symbolical, it has a symbolical meaning, and it means many things, but in the end people get bored with this title, so the next album it will be, it will not be 4, okay? No. But anyway, sorry, what was the question? Because, could you repeat the question, because I got sidetracked. So, but you were asking why so many years between? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, how would you just describe the record?
The record is the record was written after some kind of quiet period for the band, and we didn't have many songs ready. I mean, when we started recording, the bulk of the album was written in the previous 4 months. I mean, it took, the songwriting process was very fast, but before, I mean, 3 years before, we hadn't done anything except from playing, around and doing shows. So it was very fast, the songwriting, and it was very fresh. That's why I think that's one of the strong points, I think, for this album. And with this album, number 3, we picked up again in a way from what we had done with Butler. Of course, from what me and Manolis had done with Butler, because we inserted a more massive epic metal element that wasn't present so much in the previous 2 albums. We had a couple epic songs, but that was all. With our 3rd album, we regained this epic metal approach, and it was very well received. I mean, we had great sound. Akis, our guitar player, he produced, mixed, mastered the album, and it was a progression from all points of view. I mean, songwriting and production, sound-wise. So I think it's our best effort so far, until album number 4.
You kept hinting about number 4. Now we know this March it will not be called number 4.
Yeah.
So how are the new songs shaping up?
Well, slowly but surely we are coming up with new material, and it's going to be a further progression for us. I mean, in terms of songwriting, we are going to have many, many more dynamics in the songs, softer parts, acoustic parts, up to electric parts. I mean, there's going to be a lot more variety. It's going to be, I think, our heavier album to date, and I believe our best album.
Finally, listening to you speak, you seem extremely passionate about what you do.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Where is this passion coming from? What drives it?
I don't really know. I don't have many passions in my life. Perhaps this is the thing. I mean, I tend to concentrate on one or two things. One thing is my family, and the second thing is heavy metal. Okay, and more specifically, classic heavy metal of the 80s, especially American heavy metal, US metal. So I believe this gives me the ability, the chance to live my dream, my childhood dreams. So what I try to convey on the songs, the songwriting, and on the performance is the happiness of being a child and doing your favorite thing, and living your dream. So that's probably the driving force for me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry for my English. It's not good, but
It's great.
thank you.